It's time once more for everyone's favorite genre, Pachinko! Boy, there's nothing I like more than holding my controller in the exact same position for 15 minutes, waiting for the game to tell me I've won the Pachinko machine I'm playing, and then doing it all again. As you might have guessed from the number in the title, Pachinko Daisakusen 2 is the second Pachinko Daisakusen game we've had on the Famicom. In fact, the original one was released 51 weeks before this. There's no official word on it, but I'm awfully suspicious that this series exists so that Coconuts Japan could release 2 Pachinko games a year instead of 1. Pachinko Daisakusen 2 is another game from Coconuts Japan that supports their Pachinko controller, the strangely shaped Famicom controller that adds an enormous spring-loaded Pachinko dial. The idea was that it would replicate the feel of a real machine. Real Pachinko machines were gambling devices where people would go in, buy a load of ball bearings, and then pump them into a machine that would automatically launch them onto a pegboard. The only control the player had was how much power they launched with. And if the balls hit certain pockets on that pegboard, then more balls would come out of the machine, and when you decided it was time to give up, you could turn in those balls for some sort of prize that you'd then go across the street and sell for actual money. Pachinko Daisakusen 2 has a plot. One of the Pachinko operatives is missing, and it's up to Agent 008 to find her. And to do that, you have to beat Pachinko machines. You start in the Pachinko parlor, walk up to a machine, say you want to play it, and then start shooting your silver balls into it. The goal here is to empty the machine of its balls. Depending on the game mode and the machine, this could be as few as 2,000 balls or as many as 3,000. You might be wondering which machine you should play. They all play a little bit differently, but some are easier to win than others. Well, you're given a note at the start of the game telling you what machines to go to. So this machine had a high payout, which meant I kept activating the bonus mode and sitting there and waiting for the balls to run out. You can choose to play with a timer, which will kick in once half the machine's balls have been removed, and after that you have 10 minutes to finish it off. At any time while you're wandering around the Pachinko parlor, you can hit select to get your password. And if you clear out a machine, you're given your choice of 3 buttons which will take you to another room. If you run out of balls, then you explode and lose a life. You have 3 lives to beat Pachinko Daisakusen 2. You can also buy some advantages from the counter woman, and these will cost a certain number of balls that you have captured. And that's really all there is to this. You dial in a spot where you can keep scoring, and then you hold it there. And that's the entire game. I attempted to find anyone in Japan who had absolutely anything to say about Pachinko Daisakusen 2, and shockingly, I could not. I think the deepest it got into conversation was, yeah, it's another Pachinko game. I did find pictures of carts that looked brown, which sent me down a rabbit hole of trying to figure out if there was a variant. After a bit of research, I'm pretty confident that's the color the plastic turns when it fades. I disliked Pachinko Daisakusen 2, but then I've disliked all of these Pachinko games. Is this better or worse than anything else that has come along? I don't know, it all just combines into a bland mush for me. There's not enough here and not enough different from anything else that Coconuts Japan makes. It's a Pachinko game. Maybe there's a reason nobody can say anything more about this one than that.